Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these Liberty 1-cent coins known as Lincoln pennies, which are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch my complete video carefully and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1961 United States 1-cent coin. You might think it's just a penny, but as we unravel its story, you'll see how this seemingly ordinary coin holds extraordinary value. Stick around, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this little piece of history could be worth today. To appreciate the 1961 1-cent coin, let's take a step back into the historical backdrop of the early 1960s. This was a transformative period in America, marked by the space race, the civil rights movement, and significant cultural shifts. The 1960s saw the U.S. striving for innovation and progress, and that spirit was reflected in its currency. The 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny, was designed by the renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This design has endured through decades, representing not just currency but the values Lincoln stood for: freedom, equality, and perseverance. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1961 penny. On the obverse side, we see the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln, facing right. The detail in his face captures the strength and wisdom of one of America's greatest presidents. Surrounding Lincoln are the words, Liberty, and the year of minting, 1961. Flipping the coin over, we find the reverse side, which features the famous depiction of the Lincoln Memorial. This design highlights the architectural beauty and significance of this national monument, a place where countless Americans have gathered to honor Lincoln's legacy. The words, E pluribus unum, and 1 cent, remind us of our unity and the value of this humble coin. So, what makes the 1961 1-cent coin so special in the world of collecting? While many 1961 pennies were produced, over 1.5 billion to be exact, there are certain variants that have captured the attention of collectors. The key to its value lies in condition and rarity. In 1961, a small number of coins were minted at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, while others were produced at the Denver Mint. However, the real treasure hunters seek out the D mint mark coins, especially in uncirculated condition, as these are significantly rarer and hold more value. Coins that have been preserved in pristine condition, free from scratches or wear, are highly sought after. Collectors will pay a premium for coins that maintain their original luster, making them not just currency, but pieces of art and history. Additionally, some 1961 pennies have unique features that can enhance their value. For instance, coins that exhibit error minting, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or misprints, are coveted by collectors. These error coins can fetch astonishing prices at auctions, with some error variants reaching unexpected highs due to their rarity and uniqueness. If you happen to stumble upon a 1961 penny with such features, you might just be holding a small fortune in your hand. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you own a pristine, uncirculated 1961 1-cent coin, especially one with those rare minting features, it could be worth an astounding $60,000. That's right, $60,000 for a single penny. Who would have thought that such a small piece of history could hold such immense value? If you have any old coins lying around, now's the time to check your collection. You might be sitting on a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins and want to learn more about their fascinating stories and values, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss any of our future explorations into the treasure troves of numismatics. Thanks for watching. Top 2, we're focusing on a hidden gem from the United States, a seemingly ordinary penny from 1971. But don't let its appearance fool you. This little coin has an incredible story and potential value that might just surprise you. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this 1-cent coin could be worth. To truly appreciate the 1971 1-cent coin, let's first set the stage with some historical context. The early 1970s were a time of significant change in America, marked by cultural shifts, economic challenges, and the aftermath of the Vietnam War. In 1971, the U.S. was transitioning into a new era, characterized by innovation and the emergence of new trends in society. During this time, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins that reflected American values and heritage. The 1-cent coin, known as the Lincoln penny, had been in circulation since its introduction in 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln's legacy. By 1971, this coin had already become a staple of American currency. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1971 penny. On the obverse side, you'll find the distinguished profile of Abraham Lincoln, capturing his wisdom and strength. Surrounding Lincoln are the words, "Liberty," and the year of minting, 1971. The details on this coin are crisp, showcasing the artistry of the engraver. When we flip the coin to its reverse side, we see the iconic image of the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to one of the nation's most revered leaders. The words, "E pluribus unum," and 1 cent remind us of the unity and value represented by this humble coin. The design serves not only as currency but also as a symbol of American ideals. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1971 1-cent coin noteworthy in the world of collectors? While millions of these coins were minted, a small number have unique characteristics that can significantly enhance their value. In particular, collectors are keenly interested in uncirculated coins, those that have never been used in transactions and remain in pristine condition. While most 1971 pennies show signs of wear and tear, finding one in mint condition can be quite rare. Additionally, some 1971 pennies were produced with slight variations or minting errors, such as double strikes or off-center designs. These unique features can turn an ordinary coin into a sought-after collector's item, driving up its market value. Speaking of unique features, let's delve into what collectors look for in the 1971 penny. Certain variants may have distinguishing characteristics that catch the eye of enthusiasts. For example, if you come across a 1971 penny with a minting error, it could greatly increase its desirability in error coins, such as those with double die designs or unusual mint marks, are highly prized in the collecting community. If you happen to have one of these variants, you may be holding a piece that could fetch a substantial price at auction. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you own a pristine, uncirculated 1971 1-cent coin, or even one with a rare minting error, it could be worth an astonishing $56,000, that's right, $56,000 for a single penny. It's incredible how something so small can hold such tremendous value. So, if you have a collection of old coins, now is the perfect time to dig them out and see what treasures you might have. Top 3. We're shining a spotlight on a fascinating piece of American history, the 1974 1-cent coin. At first glance, it might seem like just another penny, but trust me, there's much more to this coin than meets the eye. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this 1-cent coin could be worth today. To understand the significance of the 1974 penny, let's set the stage with a little historical context. The early 1970s were a time of transformation in the United States, marked by social movements, economic shifts, and a push for innovation. The Vietnam War was still a pressing issue, and America was grappling with changes in culture and politics. In 1974, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins that not only served as currency but also reflected the nation's values. The 1-cent coin, known affectionately as the Lincoln penny, had been a staple of American life since its introduction in 1909. By the 1970s, it had become a symbol of everyday transactions, connecting millions of Americans to their nation's history. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1974 1-cent coin. On the obverse side, we find the distinguished profile of Abraham Lincoln, capturing his determination and wisdom. The words, "Liberty," and the year, 1974, encircle Lincoln, making it clear that this coin honors one of the greatest leaders in American history. Turning the coin over, we see the reverse side featuring the iconic Lincoln Memorial. This striking image is not just a tribute to Lincoln, it also embodies the values of unity and freedom that he championed. The inscription, E pluribus unum, and 1 cent further emphasize the coin's significance in representing the American spirit. So, what makes the 1974 1-cent coin special in the realm of collectors? While millions of these pennies were minted, certain factors can elevate their desirability in value. The key element is the condition of the coin. Uncirculated 1974 pennies, those that have never been in circulation, are considerably rarer and more valuable than their circulated counterparts. Many of the coins from this year show signs of wear, but finding one in mint condition is a real treasure for collectors. Additionally, some 1974 pennies were produced with unique characteristics or minting errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes. These anomalies are what collectors often seek, as they can dramatically increase a coin's market value. Let's explore what collectors look for when assessing the 1974 penny. Coins with distinctive features can catch the eye of enthusiasts. If you happen to find a 1974 penny with a minting error, such as a double-struck coin or one with a unique finish, it could turn out to be a true gem in your collection. Error coins are particularly sought after in the numismatic community. They not only represent a piece of history but also offer a glimpse into the intricacies of the minting process. If you own one of these rare variants, it could potentially fetch a significant amount at auction. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. If you possess an uncirculated 1974 1-cent coin, or even one with a rare minting error, it could be worth an astonishing $60,000, that's right, $60,000 for a single penny. It's remarkable how something so small can hold such immense value. If you have a collection of old coins or even just a few pennies lying around, now is the time to dig them out and see what treasures you might be hiding. Top 4, we're focusing on a particularly intriguing piece of American currency, the 1976 1-cent coin. You might think of it as just another penny, but trust me, there's a rich story behind it that could surprise you. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this little coin could be worth today. To appreciate the 1976 penny, we first need to set the stage with a bit of historical context. The year 1976 was monumental for the United States. It marked the bicentennial of the Declaration of Independence. Americans were celebrating 200 years of freedom, democracy, and progress. This spirit of patriotism was reflected in various aspects of culture, including music, art, and of course, currency. In a bid to commemorate this significant anniversary, the U.S. Mint produced special coins to mark the occasion. While the 1-cent coin maintained its classic design, the celebration surrounding the bicentennial brought a heightened interest in all things related to American history and heritage. Now, let's dive into the design of the 1976 1-cent coin. On the obverse side, you'll find the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, whose image has graced the penny since 1909. The words, "Liberty," and the year, 1976, surround his portrait, reminding us of the values he fought for. Flipping the coin to its reverse side, we see the well-known image of the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to one of the nation's most cherished leaders. The words, E pluribus unum, and 1 cent further emphasize the coin's representation of unity in the American spirit. While the design may seem familiar, the year itself holds special significance, as it connects to a pivotal moment in American history, making it a symbol of both heritage and pride. So, what makes the 1976 1-cent coin stand out in the world of collectors? While millions of these coins were minted, the key to their value lies in their condition and any unique characteristics they may possess. Uncirculated 1976 pennies, especially those that have been preserved in pristine condition, are far rarer than those that have been circulated. Many coins from this year show signs of wear and tear, but finding one that retains its original luster can be a true treasure for collectors. Additionally, some 1976 pennies may have minting errors, such as double strikes or unusual finishes. These unique features can significantly enhance a coin's desirability and market value. Let's talk about what collectors specifically look for in the 1976 penny. If you come across a 1976 coin with a minting error, like a double die or off-center strike, you could have a real gem on your hands. Error coins are particularly sought after because they offer a glimpse into the fascinating minting process and are often seen as one-of-a-kind pieces. If you happen to own one of these rare variants, you could be holding something that's not just a piece of history, but also a potential treasure that could attract significant interest from collectors. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you possess an uncirculated 1976 1-cent coin, or even one with a rare minting error, it could be worth an impressive $56,000, that's right, $56,000 for a single penny. It's incredible how something so small can hold such immense value. So, if you have a collection of old coins or even just a few pennies lying around, now is the perfect time to check what treasures you might have. Top 5, we're shining a spotlight on a seemingly ordinary yet surprisingly valuable coin, the 1977 1-cent piece. You might think it's just another penny, but this coin has a fascinating backstory and potential worth that will leave you intrigued. Stick around, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this little piece of history could be worth. To truly appreciate the 1977 penny, let's take a moment to dive into the historical context of that year. The late 1970s was a time of significant change in the United States, marked by political shifts, economic challenges, and cultural transformations. The country was navigating through the aftermath of the Vietnam War, the oil crisis, and rising inflation, all of which influenced American life. In this era, the U.S. Mint continued its tradition of producing coins that represented the nation's values and history. The 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, had been in circulation since 1909, and by 1977, it was an integral part of American currency. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1977 1-cent coin. On the obverse side, you'll find the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, symbolizing wisdom and leadership. Surrounding Lincoln are the words, Liberty, and the year, 1977, serving as a reminder of the values he stood for. When we flip the coin to its reverse side, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to one of the nation's most revered leaders. The words, E pluribus unum, and 1 cent further reinforce the idea of unity and the coin's significance in representing the American spirit. This design has remained consistent over the years, but the year 1977 holds its own unique place in numismatic history. So, what makes the 1977 1-cent coin stand out among collectors? While millions of these coins were minted, the key factors that influence their value are their condition and any unique characteristics they may possess. Uncirculated 1977 pennies, those that have never been used in transactions and remain in pristine condition, are considerably rarer than their circulated counterparts. Many coins from this year show signs of wear, but finding one in mint condition is a true treasure for collectors. Additionally, some 1977 pennies were minted with unique characteristics or errors, such as double strikes or off-center designs. These errors are especially prized by collectors and can dramatically increase a coin's market value. Let's delve into what collectors are looking for in the 1977 penny. If you stumble upon a coin with a minting error, like a double die or an off-center strike, you might be holding a real treasure. Error coins are particularly sought after because they represent anomalies in the minting process and often have a fascinating story to tell. These unique pieces not only enhance the value of your collection but also serve as conversation starters among fellow numismatists. If you have one of these rare variants, you could be in possession of a highly desirable item. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you own an uncirculated 1977 1-cent coin, or even one with a rare minting error, it could be worth an astonishing $54,000, that's right, $54,000 for a single penny. It's remarkable how something so small can hold such significant value. So, if you have a stash of old coins or just a few pennies lying around, now is the perfect time to check for hidden treasures. Top 6, we're diving into a particularly intriguing piece of American currency, the 1979 1-cent coin. You might think it's just a simple penny, but this coin has a compelling history and potential value that could surprise you. Stick around, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this little piece of history could be worth. To understand the significance of the 1979 penny, let's take a moment to reflect on the historical backdrop of that year. The late 1970s was a transformative period in the United States. The nation was grappling with economic challenges, including rising inflation and energy crises. Social movements were also gaining momentum, reshaping American culture. Amid these changes, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins that reflected the country's heritage and values. The 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909. By 1979, it had become synonymous with everyday transactions and a symbol of American resilience. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1979 1-cent coin. On the obverse side, we find the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, a figure who embodies leadership and integrity. The words "Liberty" and the year 1979 surround his image, reminding us of the principles he fought for. Flipping the coin over, we see the familiar design of the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to one of America's most cherished leaders. The inscriptions "E pluribus unum" and 1 cent reinforce the values of unity and freedom that the coin represents. Though the design remains consistent, the year 1979 holds a special place in the context of American numismatics. So, what makes the 1979 1-cent coin so appealing to collectors? While millions of these pennies were minted, the key to their value lies in their condition and any unique characteristics they may possess. Uncirculated 1979 pennies, those that have never been in circulation and retain their original shine, are much rarer than those that have seen everyday use. Many coins from this year show signs of wear, making the uncirculated versions highly sought after. Moreover, certain 1979 pennies were produced with unique features or minting errors. Collectors often look for these anomalies, such as double strikes or off-center coins, which can significantly enhance a coin's desirability and value. Let's explore what collectors specifically seek in the 1979 penny. If you come across a coin with a minting error, like a double die or an unusual finish, you could be in possession of a true treasure. Error coins are particularly prized because they showcase the fascinating intricacies of the minting process. These unique variants not only enhance the overall value of your collection but also serve as captivating conversation starters among fellow collectors. If you have one of these rare pieces, you might be sitting on a hidden gem. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you own an uncirculated 1979 1-cent coin, or even one with a rare minting error, it could be worth an impressive $52,000, that's right, $52,000 for a single penny. It's incredible how something so small can hold such tremendous value. If you have a collection of old coins or even just a few pennies lying around, now is the perfect time to check for hidden treasures. Top 7, we're diving deep into a seemingly ordinary piece of currency, the 1980 United States 1-cent coin. You might think it's just a penny, but stick around because this coin has a fascinating story and could be worth far more than you imagine. Let's start by setting the scene. The year 1980 was pivotal in American history. The nation was grappling with significant economic challenges, including high inflation and energy crises. Amidst this turmoil, the U.S. Mint continued producing coins, and the 1980 penny became a part of everyday life. But what makes this particular penny special? The 1981 cent coin is a part of the Lincoln Penny series, which has been in circulation since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. While millions of these pennies were minted, not all of them are created equal. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1980 penny. On the front, we see a portrait of Lincoln, a symbol of unity and strength in American history. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to one of the nation's most beloved presidents. However, there's more to this coin than just its design. Some variations and features can significantly impact its value. For instance, there were both copper and zinc versions of the 1980 penny, as the U.S. Mint transitioned from primarily copper coins to a composition that included zinc. This change began in 1982, but during 1980, both types were still being produced. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Within the 1980 penny series, certain variants and minting errors can make a huge difference in value. For example, some 1980 pennies exhibit doubling on the obverse, particularly around the date and lettering. This type of error is known as double die, and collectors are always on the lookout for these unique specimens. Additionally, there are a few notable mints to consider. Coins minted in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark, while those from the Denver Mint are marked with a D. The mint location can influence the coin's rarity and desirability among collectors. So why do collectors care so much about the 1981 cent coin? The answer lies in its rarity and condition. While many of these pennies were circulated, only a small number remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that have been well preserved can fetch impressive prices on the market. Moreover, the thrill of the hunt plays a huge role in coin collecting. Finding a 1980 penny with a unique feature or in top-notch condition can feel like striking gold, and many collectors enjoy the chase just as much as the prize. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you happen to have a 1980 United States 1-cent coin in exceptional condition, especially one with rare features or minting errors, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Some of these unique coins have been known to sell for as much as $50,000, that's right, $50,000 for a penny. Who would have thought that such a small piece of currency could hold such incredible value? So, if you have a collection or find an old penny in your pocket, make sure to check its condition and features. It might be worth more than you think. Top 8. We're shining a spotlight on a seemingly ordinary piece of currency, the 1981 United States 1-cent coin. It may look like just another penny, but wait until you hear what makes it so special. Stick around, because you'll be amazed at how much this little coin could be worth. To truly appreciate the 1981 penny, we need to set the historical stage. The early 1980s were a transformative time in America. The nation was facing economic challenges, including high inflation and rising unemployment. Despite these hurdles, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins, including the humble penny. The 1981 1-cent coin is part of the Lincoln Penny series, which has been in circulation for over a century. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it honors President Abraham Lincoln, a figure synonymous with American unity and resilience. Let's take a closer look at the design of this penny. On the obverse, you'll see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of integrity and perseverance. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to his legacy and a reminder of the values he stood for. But what many collectors might overlook are the subtle details and variations that can impact a coin's value. For the 1981 penny, there are interesting features worth noting, especially regarding its composition. During this period, the U.S. Mint was transitioning from primarily copper coins to a composition that included zinc, which would become the standard by 1982. Now, here's where things get intriguing. Within the 1981 penny series, certain variants can significantly enhance a coin's desirability. For instance, there are both copper and zinc versions of the 1981 penny, with the copper coins being much more sought after by collectors. Additionally, keep an eye out for minting errors. Some 1981 pennies may exhibit doubling, especially on the date or lettering. Known as double die coins, these errors are highly prized among collectors, as they add an element of uniqueness and rarity. When it comes to rarity, mint marks play a crucial role. The 1981 penny was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with the latter marked by a D. Generally, coins without a mint mark were produced in Philadelphia. Collectors often favor coins from specific mints based on their rarity, so understanding where your penny was minted can greatly influence its value. Now you might be wondering, why is there such demand for the 1981 1-cent coin? As with many collectibles, it all comes down to condition and rarity. While millions of these pennies were produced, only a handful remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that have been carefully preserved without signs of wear are always in high demand, as they can command impressive prices in the market. For collectors, the thrill of finding a unique 1981 penny, particularly one with a minting error or in mint condition, can be incredibly rewarding. This sense of discovery is what keeps the hobby vibrant and exciting. Now, for the big moment you've all been waiting for. If you happen to own a 1981 United States 1-cent coin in excellent condition, or one with unique features, it could be worth a staggering $48,000, that's right, $48,000 for a penny. Who would have thought that such a small piece of currency could hold such incredible value? So, if you've got a collection or stumble upon an old penny, make sure to check its details and condition. It might be worth far more than you think. Top 9, we're focusing on a piece of currency you might overlook, the 1982 United States 1-cent coin. You might think it's just another penny, but hold on. This little coin has a remarkable story and a surprising value that might just blow your mind. Stick around, because you won't want to miss what we uncover. Let's take a moment to understand the backdrop of the 1982 penny. This year marked a significant transition for the United States. The economy was facing challenges, including high inflation, which had been a concern throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s. During this time, the U.S. Mint was transitioning from producing primarily copper coins to a new composition that included zinc. This shift would have a major impact on the future of the penny and its value. The 1982 1-cent coin is part of the iconic Lincoln penny series, which has been in circulation since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features the beloved portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But as we dive deeper, you'll see that not all 1982 pennies are created equal. On the front of the coin, we have Lincoln's striking profile, a reminder of his legacy and leadership. Flip it over, and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, a testament to his enduring impact on American society. While these design elements are timeless, the real intrigue lies in the composition changes made that year. In 1982, the U.S. Mint produced pennies in both copper and zinc compositions. The copper coins were made of 95% copper, while the zinc pennies were made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. This change was initiated to reduce production costs, but it also introduced new variables that collectors would come to appreciate. Now, let's talk about the fascinating variants of the 1982 penny. There are two distinct types of 1982 pennies, those made from copper and those made from zinc. The copper version is rarer, especially in high-quality condition, making it a coveted piece among collectors. Additionally, some 1982 pennies feature minting errors that can dramatically increase their value. One of the most sought-after variations is the double die error, where the coin exhibits doubling in the date or lettering. These error coins are a collector's dream, as they represent unique pieces of history. Another crucial factor in determining the value of the 1982 penny is the mint mark. Coins minted in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark, while those produced in Denver are marked with a D. Understanding where a coin was minted can help gauge its rarity and desirability among collectors. The 1982 penny, particularly the copper version, is highly sought after, and only a limited number of these coins remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that have been well preserved can fetch impressive prices, as collectors are always on the lookout for high-quality specimens. So, why is there such a buzz around the 1982 1-cent coin? As with many collectibles, rarity and condition play a pivotal role. Many of these pennies were circulated and showed signs of wear, but those that remain in excellent condition or have unique features can command impressive prices on the market. For many collectors, the thrill lies in the hunt for that elusive penny, especially one with a unique error or in uncirculated condition. The excitement of discovering a hidden treasure keeps the hobby alive and thriving. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to have a 1982 United States 1-cent coin in exceptional condition, particularly the rare copper version, it could be worth a staggering $45,000. That's right, $45,000 for a penny. Who would have imagined that such a small piece of currency could carry such incredible value? So, if you have an old collection or find a 1982 penny in your pocket, take a closer look. It might be worth far more than you think. Top 10 and last rare coin, we're focusing on a seemingly ordinary piece of currency, the 1984 United States 1-cent coin. At first glance, it might just look like another penny, but trust us, there's a lot more to this little coin than meets the eye. Stick around, because you'll be shocked to learn how much it could actually be worth. To truly appreciate the 1984 penny, we need to take a step back in time. The early 1980s were a period of economic change in America. The country was recovering from a recession, and inflation was still a pressing concern. Despite these challenges, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins, including the 1984 1-cent coin, which is part of the iconic Lincoln Penny series, designed by Victor David Brenner. This series has celebrated the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln since its inception in 1909. The 1984 penny features Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, showcasing the enduring values of unity and resilience. Let's take a closer look at the design details of the 1984 penny. On the front, you'll see the familiar and dignified portrait of Lincoln, a symbol of leadership and integrity. Flip it over, and you'll find the majestic Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to one of America's greatest presidents. But what sets the 1984 penny apart from its predecessors? One of the key factors is its composition. By this time, the U.S. Mint had fully transitioned to producing pennies with a zinc core, making them lighter and cheaper to produce. This change, however, also affected the coin's rarity and desirability among collectors. Now, let's dive into the exciting variants of the 1984 penny. While most of these coins look quite similar, certain characteristics can make them incredibly valuable. For example, one variant to keep an eye out for is the double die error. Some 1984 pennies exhibit doubling in the date or lettering, which can significantly increase their value and appeal to collectors. Additionally, the 1984 penny was minted at different locations, including Philadelphia and Denver. Coins without a mint mark were produced in Philadelphia, while those with a D were minted in Denver. Understanding where a coin was minted can help you determine its rarity and potential value. Mint marks play a crucial role in the value of the 1984 penny. The more rare a mint mark is, the higher the demand among collectors. For example, the Denver minted pennies can be less common than their Philadelphia counterparts, particularly in uncirculated condition. Speaking of condition, the state of the coin can dramatically impact its worth. Many 1984 pennies were circulated and may show signs of wear. However, those that remain in pristine, uncirculated condition are highly sought after, as collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have been well-preserved. So, why is there such excitement surrounding the 1984 1-cent coin? The thrill of collecting often comes down to rarity and condition. Collectors love the hunt for unique coins, especially those with minting errors or in flawless condition. The 1984 penny, while seemingly common, has its fair share of hidden treasures that can bring in impressive prices. For many, the joy of finding a rare coin is part of what makes collecting so enjoyable. It's like being a treasure hunter, uncovering pieces of history that tell a story. Now, for the moment you've been eagerly awaiting. If you have a 1984 United States 1-cent coin in exceptional condition, particularly one with a rare minting error, it could be worth a jaw-dropping $43,000, that's right, $43,000 for a penny. Who would have guessed that such a small piece of currency could hold such incredible value? If you have an old collection or come across a 1984 penny, take a closer look. It might just be worth a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the fascinating world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.